Good morning, everybody. Sometimes I think coming in here is like, ugh, I can so hear society. I'm going to say this again. Like, I'm just talking about the muck of everything right now. And I know that's my mind trying to get up in the middle of it. My mind is really trying to stop this level of transformation I'm going into. Yesterday, I was in the muck all day yesterday. I even woke up in the muck this morning. I was so disconnected and grumpy and I want to give up. I do. I just want to be like, fine, fuck it. You know what? It's not working. It's not, I don't feel better. I'm trying to make the goal feeling better instead of just being okay with whatever happens and whatever comes up and however I'm feeling about it. Because the more that I try to control this experience, the less I'm actually going to transform. So, and it's hard to stay in the process when it's going on because it is uncomfortable, and we're never taught that it's okay to be uncomfortable. And one of the series, I think it was like August, I think it was like the end of August in one of the series of 30 days of meditation that I was doing in Headspace, because I do the hour of meditation, but the first 10 minutes is Headspace, and then the next 50 minutes is silence. And I think the biggest reason I'm still doing the Headspace is because the information that he gives you at the beginning and the end is just, it's really phenomenal. Like I'm like, oh. Like this morning, he had this bright idea that really, really helped me. And it was, if you're struggling to do this meditation for yourself, do it for somebody else, Like, there are so many people in the world right now who want freedom from their thoughts and they want to get out of the chaos of their mind. And so I'm such a service-based person that it's super easy for me to be like, okay, I'm going to sit here and clear someone else's mind, which is something deeper that I need to look at for myself, because I need to be able to show myself as much love and support as I do other people. It comes really natural for other people, but for me, it's a struggle, and I know that's coming from a place of not feeling like I'm good enough. There's still some depths in there that I haven't touched. I know that's why I'm in the muck right now. I'm really in the muck because I'm staying in the club and I'm being uncomfortable. And that was the other series that I listened to, which was a huge aha moment, and it was, can you be okay with just being uncomfortable? I mean, I'm dating a man who takes me to some very uncomfortable places, and I'm not just talking about emotionally. He likes to say he gives me a lot of content, and he really does, but good and bad, you know what I mean? And it's because in this relationship, I'm growing. I have grown so much since I met this man. I really, really have. I think that when we're single, we have different kinds of growth than we have when we're in a relationship. I mean, when you're in a relationship, all your stuff is amplified. Like, when you're single, you have moments of loneliness and stuff, but really, the only person you need to be comfortable around is yourself. And you don't trigger yourself. And if you do, you can just go do whatever you go do that just makes you feel better. Well, in a relationship, it doesn't really work that way. I mean, there's two of you there. And so I'm really growing and transforming a lot inside of this relationship. And there are most activities that my honey takes me to are uncomfortable. I'm scared to death. This is normal stuff for him. And I'm like, we could die. I could get injured. I could. And so when I was going through that series back in August about can you just be okay with being uncomfortable, that was a huge aha moment for me. Huge. And I actually practiced it on the next activity that he and I participated in. And I went from uncomfortable to like enjoying myself very quickly. And before I could be okay with being uncomfortable, I couldn't come out of the place of fear at all. I just couldn't. I just had a preconceived idea of exactly how it was going to feel and exactly how it was going to go. And that's how it went. Wasn't open to a new experience. So I'm trying to remember that right now because I'm uncomfortable. I feel like a fish out of water. I'm definitely making a bigger breakthrough. And some of that is because I'm in this relationship. And some of it is because I'm just tired of not being okay. Not being in a place of acceptance and just wanting to be more and wanting to bring my gift to the world. And I can't do that from a stuck place. I have to remember that in order to be who I want to be and do what I want to do, I have to be the kind of person who does that stuff. So I got to go to the depths of me. I've got to stay committed to this process no matter how mucky or icky it feels. And I woke up this morning, I wasn't even going to do a video. I mean, look, we're on day 3 of my undecorated tree. Because I'm in the muck and I don't know what to do here. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Talladega Nights, but this is a perfect example of where I'm at. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do here. I don't. And I was like, I'm not getting on there this morning. I'm just not doing it. I have to show you guys the muck too. I got to show you guys everything, because there might be somebody else out there just like me right now who's like experiencing the same things I am, and their mind is what they're listening to, and they could come listen to me instead and be like, okay, you know what? Arlene says the muck passes. It's just like drilling for oil. When they're drilling for oil, they don't know if they're 3 feet away or 1 inch away. They don't know where the oil is until they hit it. And if they give up, they could have given up 1 inch away from striking oil. I don't know how close I am to striking oil, although I will say I feel like I have struck some oil this morning because I've transformed a couple of times this morning. When I first woke up, I was in such a muck and just so, and the mind immediately wanted to go outside of myself and blame everything, because the mind does that. The mind's really good at trying to find out what's causing it. And the mind's not going to be like, it's me, because the mind's not going to blame itself or anything. So the mind tries to find stuff outside of it, And then I sat in meditation, and he said, meditate for other people. And I got really excited about meditation then, because I was like, really? I could get rid of other people's thoughts? I could help other people not feel chaotic? This is exciting. And so my intention for meditation completely changed. And then I was sitting there, and I noticed that my mind even kind of quieted down, because my mind knows that it'll feel happy when it's helping other people. So my mind was just like, okay, well, we're not going to fight this then. My mind's fighting me getting to a deeper place. It's really fighting it, because the mind can only see what it's already saw. It can only have faith in what it already knows, And I think a lot of us go there. We are like, yeah, okay, well, that's just what's always happened, so that is what always will happen. Well, that's just the mind, and the mind can only see what it's already seen. It can't see what's gonna happen, or, what can happen. It can't see where the oil is. It doesn't know. It's always given up before it strikes oil. Because it only knows what it's already known. And so my mind did not want to do the video this morning. I mean, I want to do it now. I'm super excited to do it now. But my mind didn't want to do the video, but it was perfectly fine with doing meditation. And that's because I've proven to my mind that meditation's a great thing. It's a good thing. And I've also proven to it that I'm not going to listen to it. You're not going to tell me I'm not meditating today, mind. And so it's a battle it doesn't even try to have. It's been rewired. So I really feel like I'm rambling today. Well, it's probably because I still feel a little bit scattered, you know, like the pain that's coming up in me has been there for, we'll just say 40 plus years. And I've never let it all the way out. I've never released all of it. So it's always kind of gotten to this point right here. It gets right here and it just kind of percolates. And then my mind says, fuck this shit, man. We ain't doing this. This is uncomfortable. We don't even know what to do with it. Let's just go back to the ways we were before. I'm not going there. I'm staying in the club, guys. I'm staying in the club. Even if I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm going to stay in the club. And my mind has a little bit of evidence today that staying in the club can be okay. Because it witnessed some transformations today. And there's still, I can feel it all sitting right here. All that yuck and uck of the next layer of stuff that needs to be released is sitting right here. And if I didn't have the awareness that I have, and I didn't have the intention, I'd give up right now. I'd just do things the way I used to do them so that I could feel familiar and comfortable again. I want to go to the next level. I want to release all of this stuff. I want to show the world they can release their stuff. And this is not just stuff that's happened to me. I really believe this is generational. I truly believe it's generational. I think that we pass that stuff on. And so I know that my mother had a very troubling childhood, very troubling. And so I'm carrying her pain too. She passed it on to me, and then she gave me some unintentionally, you know. I don't think anybody intentionally hurts us. So I got a little bit of evidence today that it's good to sit in the muck, as well as I'm seeing that I have somebody in my life who's willing to sit in the fire with me, and that feels absolutely amazing. Because when he loves me enough to sit with me, he teaches me to love me enough to sit with me. And I know I talk a lot about this being a personal thing and this being an internal thing. But you also have to realize that when you're new to this, you're like an infant, and even infants need parents. So gaining that support and understanding from people outside of us, you shouldn't judge yourself for that, you know? You just shouldn't. Now, I'm not saying I'm making it his responsibility, because that's different. That's a lot different. Now I'm in that space. I want him to fix me. That's not where you come from. You can't come from that place, because you give away all your power to fix yourself. What I'm talking about is accepting the love from someone else, which is allowing me to realize I'm very deserving of that love from me too. So there's so many of these videos that I'm like sniveling on, huh? Here we go. We'll be gross and use our sleeve. I don't want to be in here like... But when I'm talking from my heart, I have a lot of emotions and stuff that comes up. So I start getting all snotty. Anyway, I just I want to say I feel better today. I feel better right now. That's the other thing we can't get stuck on either, because we're so changing and evolving in every moment, and our thoughts are different and our feelings are different, and we're really quick to be like, oh, I feel good, I'm gonna feel good forever, or I feel like shit, I'm gonna feel like shit forever. And it's just a moment. It's just a moment. But in this moment, I feel recommitted to the process of staying in the club. I feel like my mind, my ego, whatever, it's like, okay, all right. Maybe you know what you're doing. I'm accepting of the muck. And that feels good. And I'm super grateful that I have someone in my life who, even though this is absolutely the hardest thing, and I mean, this man does some amazing stuff. Like, he just has amazing talents and just, I don't know. I could do a whole video on why he's great, but I can tell you one thing that he's not good at and that he's not comfortable doing, and that's sitting in the fire with me. But he's doing it because he loves me, and I'm so grateful for that. And he's helping me sit in my own fire and see my own worth. So I hope everybody has a great Wednesday. I think today's Wednesday. It is. And maybe on the next video, we will have pretty decorations on the Christmas tree. And if we don't, that's okay too.